Hello, I'm Lowell Martin, and this is MCC Today. It is cold in here. On today's show, we have Casey McElhenney, Harrison Tillman, and Kristi Williamson. It's going to be a great show with a lot of information. Stay tuned.
We're turning the tables, rewriting the rules, letting the world know that success is not reserved for the privileged few. Every dreamer, every believer, every fighter has a chance to rise above. Together, we will find your path and change your future. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, at Meridian Community College, you are worth it. Now is your time. Find your wings.
And we are here with Mr. Casey McElhenney. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Now, you are the Chief of Police here at Meridian Community College, right?
I am.
And how long have you been in that position?
I've been here 2.5 months now.
Okay. How's it going?
I'm absolutely loving it. Everybody here has been so helpful and friendly. It's kind of that small town atmosphere with the professionalism of, we're trying to get something done and capable of helping the students out, and it's just a good feeling. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Now, you come to us from, you said you had 16, 18 years prior?
Altogether, I've got 29 years.
Oh, pardon me. Okay.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I just remembered you had I think 16 years with one, and I thought, but
Yes,
29
sir.
years.
That's correct.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Has this been what you thought it would be? Because sometimes, when you come into something, you have a preconceived notion of what that is all about.
Yeah.
Has it been that?
It's been everything I thought it would be, and more. The people, like I said here, are just so kind and friendly, and the level of professionalism is what I've been amazed by. We're a small college, but very professional.
Mm-hmm. Now, for many, many years here, we would say campus security, okay? And we transitioned, as you said before, we're actually a police force.
We are.
Okay, now, so we have to, the people who are under you in the campus police have to undergo the same training as other police officers.
They do. We are all certified police officers to the state of Mississippi. It's a 10-week school, police academy. We actually have 2 guys now that are about to leave and go and get certified, which gives us the powers to make an arrest, to do all the things that we need to do here.
Okay. Now, as far as our campus, and I wanted to have you on to talk about just security in general and what students can do to make sure that they and their things are as secure as possible.
Right.
What would you recommend?
The main thing is just always be aware of your surroundings, wherever you're at. Just be mindful of people standing around you, just any threats that may be there. Especially when you come out at night, I tell people walk in pairs. Try to walk in a well-lit area, park in that well-lit area. Just if you see something, you call us. Don't ever hesitate to call. That's what we're here for. We want people to know that I'd rather respond to a false alarm any day than not be called for a situation that could go bad.
Thank goodness. And of course, I think it's common sense stuff too, like make sure your stuff's locked.
Correct. Correct. Sure. Instead of putting items in your car, you put them out of sight, like the trunk, anywhere that they can't see them. Make sure your car's locked. A couple other things are keep your cell phone handy. I like to tell everybody to put our number in your favorites, so when you go to dial us, you can have quick access. You don't have to go through your phone book. And again, just there's a couple people here that forgot where they parked, so just remember where you park.
I've done that.
That's right, and just be aware.
Okay. Now, I'm not, casting aspersions at anybody, but I do remember in the past where, we didn't see campus police as much, but I've noticed that we're seeing campus police more. Has that been something that you have brought about?
It is. We got together as a group when I first come on, and I just told the guys that after having conversations with different people, I realized that we're just not out there as much. We need people to see us. We need to let them know that we're there, what we can help them with, get to know us so we can all, communicate better. Also identify any concerns that they may have in the areas of their buildings, whether it be door locks or anybody that's there that shouldn't be. Just getting ourselves out there, showing them who we are, and communicating better.
Now, we are always, here on campus, there's always a police presence, right? A campus police presence. There's never a time when there is not a police officer here.
24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, there's always at least 2 people here working, 2 full-time certified police officers.
Okay, and you said the shifts are typically 12 hours?
That's correct.
Okay, day and night?
Day and night.
Oh my goodness. Now, what do you think, if you don't mind me asking this question, it might seem off the wall, but you have a lot of experience. So what do you think you're bringing to the position of campus police chief?
I've had a lot of experience, I guess, in a lot of different areas. So just safety tips for the area, getting certain training that we're going to eventually bring to the staff and our officers. Just bringing, I guess, the element of communication with me. I've realized through the years that is the most important thing is letting people know who we are, where we are, how to get in touch with us, and what we can do for them.
Well, I noticed, and I've had occasion now to talk to you a bit, and you're very calm. Excuse me. Is that something that you've developed, or is that just your natural personality?
Oh, maybe a little both. In our line of work, you don't need to overreact. You need to evaluate the situation, understand what you need to do, and get it done. So,
is it difficult sometimes not to prejudge things?
It can be. It can be. Based on your experience, it's just human nature to sometimes think certain things when they're not really that.
Pardon me. As far as our campus, and some of the things you see, are there any things that you're kind of hoping for the future?
I think that as a department, we want to grow our department a little bit to provide better coverage. We have a wonderful campus, a lot of activities. That seems to be growing on a daily basis. New staff's bringing new ideas, and we want to just do our part. We want to update our equipment, get our staffing up to full staff so we can provide the best, safest campus we can for MCC. But I think everything is moving in a great direction. The student affairs, Dr. Gathings, and everybody's been very forward-thinking people and trying to develop, new ideas in all aspects.
Well, now, as far as our, things on campus, and you say that we're some staffing that we're going to be hiring some new police officers. Now, that's something you brought, or that you had always said, this is the number, we just need a few more?
Unfortunately, we were understaffed when I first got here, so that's first priority, is getting fully staffed. But also recognize the need that we do need a few more officers. We, in today's society, unfortunately, the incidents that we're investigating are growing, and so we just need to have the adequate staffing to protect the entire campus. And in my opinion, we're almost there. We're getting there. Everybody's been very cooperative and recognized those same things and working with me to get us there.
Okay, good. Well, listen, I want to thank you for being on the show today, and I'd like to have you back and
absolutely
just, continue to get your perspectives on everything.
Absolutely, anytime.
We'll be right back.
MCC costs less and gives you more. Are you ready to jumpstart your career but don't have the time for a traditional 4-year degree? Meridian Community College can have you workforce ready in as little as 1 semester. We have workforce programs ranging from 1 semester to 2 years with experienced instructors and hands-on training that will help you gain the skills you need to succeed and start earning a paycheck sooner. Find your wings at Meridian Community College.
And we are here with Mr. Harrison Tillman.
Tillman, yes.
How are you doing,
yes.
Mr. Tillman?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Lowell?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's been a good day.
You making it?
I am making it.
Yeah,
I am making it. Now you are the assistant coach.
Assistant. I'm not head.
You're not head coach.
Don't give me that title yet.
You're the assistant coach for track and field.
Yes, and cross country.
And cross country.
Yes.
And now you've just come to us recently,
Yes.
right?
Very end of July. Yeah.
So it's been really new.
Yes,
You've
very
just been
new.
here a couple of months. How's it going so far?
I enjoy it. I like the job. The job's
Okay.
great. I like the people. I think that's one thing that really sets it apart. The people I work with. Coach Gaden, he's the head coach. Love working with him, and Coach Hosey, who's also the volunteer coach. But in general, also getting to figure out Meridian in general. I like the town.
Okay.
You know?
And it's been
good, yeah. Yeah,
Now,
no
where are you
complaints.
coming to us from?
I'm coming to y'all from, grew up, born and raised in Fort Worth, went to Texas A&M, and was there before coming over here. So College Station, Texas. We'll say College Station.
Okay. And how long have you been assistant coaching?
This is my, I guess 1 year only as a volunteer assistant at Texas A&M. So I guess this is making it a year and 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you run?
I ran at Texas A&M.
Okay.
Ran for 5 years. So I got a COVID year.
Okay.
With COVID, I was able to run an extra year, and then came back last year as a volunteer assistant with the A&M track and field team, and then Coach Gaden got me over here. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever miss running and being part of that?
Well, I
Or
still
you-
run actually.
Okay.
So I'll which I won't do the workouts, but I'll do some of the easy runs with the team every
Sure.
now and then, just to kind of, for one, run with them as a community aspect, but also just to kind of stay in shape,
Well, now when you're, because I guess it's different. You're seeing it from different sides, having once been, there and been a runner.
Yes,
And now
yes.
you're coaching them or part of the
Yes.
coaching team. So, when you are looking at someone, to possibly bring on our team, what do you look for?
From a recruiting side, and even just generally, the athlete that I'm typically looking at, I would say it's an individual who, we could kind of come at this from a physical side of things, but also from a mentality standpoint. More or less, the general makeup of an athlete that hopefully we can get here at Meridian is someone who, obviously displays a certain degree of, I guess, talent there, but someone who really wants to grow and wants to get to the next level. Maybe they just come and run at Meridian for 2 years and that's it. Or they have bigger aspirations to get to the D2 level or D1. And I'm hoping to get athletes that really want to put their full self into it, want to get the most out of it, show up every day, ready to roll, ready to practice, and then also really just contribute to team success, because we're trying, Coach Gaden has already built a framework and a foundation here, so there's not really a ton of legwork we have to do to build a culture, but we want to get people in that are ready to buy in, ready to contribute to the whole picture of things, while also getting better individually so that they can move up.
Now we have a number of student athletes.
Yes.
And so you're talking about the athlete part of it. So
Yeah.
what are you looking for with the student part of it?
The student and just the individual person. When I'm looking at an athlete, I'm not just looking at their times, because that's a big deal with track, and that's kind of the difference between say track and football, or track and basketball. Obviously, every sport has their statistics, but with track, it's pretty night and day. If you run a time, you run a time.
Right.
But at the same time, from a student perspective and an individual perspective, I'm looking for someone who, one, wants hopefully to get a degree. That's why we want them here.
Yes.
But that wants a degree to contribute to society and to grow themselves, and is willing to put in the effort. Basically, how I kind of phrase it is, I want individuals who want to pursue excellence. So that's excellence in the classroom, that's excellence in relationships, like how you relate with your teachers, your teammates, and excellence on a track. I would probably say, in the order of priority, it would be, I want to develop men and women that do great on the track, but say track and field's taken away from them, they're still growing as men and women that can contribute to society as well. and be better off when they step off campus too.
How many typically can we have? How many student athletes can we have in track and field and cross country? Is there a set limit?
See, that's a good question. I don't know if I necessarily have a good answer for that.
Okay.
Basically, I'll maybe shift the question a little bit.
Okay.
To the fact that right now we have about, I think, 35 athletes on the team right now. That's including men and women. We're
Okay.
hoping to build it to probably about 50 or a
Okay.
little bit more around there. So,
Okay.
like, there's not really a cap, I would say. There are a cap on scholarships that we have, but there's not really a cap on the amount of people that we want on the team. More or less, if you're a quality individual that we feel can kind of contribute, get to the next level, like contribute to team success, then we're always open to kind of pursuing that
Okay.
and like having those discussions.
So there's not really a set number.
No,
But
no.
Okay.
Yeah, now here's the thing. Take some of what I say with a grain of salt, because I am right now I'm the mouthpiece for the track and field program, but Coach Gaydon's the head honcho, so I want to kind of point that to
Okay.
him.
Well, I will say, that because I've known Coach Gaydon for many years, and
yes.
I have because a lot of the track, they come into the Student Success Center for their study halls.
Yeah, yeah.
And I will just say that they have been such good students.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever have an issue with them. I know that they're going to be over there working. I don't ever have to go over and say, okay, look.
Yes. Yes.
I know that TV show is not part of your program or part of your class, but they've always been very good and very conscientious, I think, of what they're doing. And that's what you want to help grow in them.
Yes.
As you said. Now, do you have a time frame that, like, one day you want to take over the world and be head coach of everywhere?
Well, if we're talking about time frame, honestly, I'm just kind of in the moment right now.
Sure.
And hey, maybe there's different aspirations, but right now I'm just kind of, for one, I've been here 2.5 months, so I'm still kind of figuring out Meridian and MCC. But at the same time, like, as far as future, I'm just kind of focused on the year to next 2 years, just building up Meridian to be like that. Usually that's my window in life, a year to 2 years, and right now I'm here, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build up Meridian track and field to be the best that we can be. Hopefully compete for national championships at the junior college level. That's what, at the end of the day, just build up athletes to be the best they can be. So.
Okay. Have people been nice to you since you've been here?
Well, you've been nice. People have been great. I like everyone that works here and the students, the athletes.
It's been a good experience.
It's been a great experience, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on the show. And I want to have you on again after you've been here for a while longer.
Yes.
Just make sure that things are still going strong.
For sure. I appreciate you having me on.
Well,
and
sure.
I hope the rest of the interviews go great.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Not essential. Never let anyone tell you that again. Never doubt your abilities to make a difference. How do I know this about you? Because I'm a teacher. I am the one who will push you harder and farther than you could have ever imagined. Teach you things that you never thought possible. And if you will give me 100%, then I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, and together we will change your future. MCC, find your wings.
And we're here today with the wonderful Miss Kristi Williamson. How are you doing?
I'm well, and you?
Yes, I'm doing really well. It's been a good day. Now, I wanted Kristi on the show because what is your official title?
Director of Library Services.
Okay. She is the Director of Library Services. I'm the Director of the Student Success Center. We recently had a big change where we are in the same building.
Scary
and not only
thought.
are we in the same building, we're in the same big room.
We are.
Her office is directly across the room from mine, so I get to see her all the time. But we've made some changes. What changes have we made inside the new Learning Resources Center, Success Center Library? We haven't really decided on. A name hasn't really stuck yet.
Well, we have one. I don't think it's been, maybe it's not official yet.
Okay.
But it's not Soar Center. It's,
No.
It's about this long. I'll have to get back with you on that. But, however, some of the changes, advising has moved in. We have the circulation desk now where it's some days a logistical nightmare, but it works as a hub for all of us. We have someone for the phone, and you can get your student ID. now in the Todd Building. Success Center is on the right when you go in. Used to, that was the whole, used to just the library, all the, what, 50-something shelves, I don't know.
Yes.
So we
magazines, newspapers,
all the things, right.
50 million books.
Right,
yes.
right. So duplication has now been moved upstairs. So,
Yes.
that used to be downstairs, and we have that up there now. We've done...
Now, the library contracted by about half.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And so to give us the space, to give us that right side.
So kind of us.
It was very kind
You're
of you.
welcome.
Although, it's like there's not a set line between, because it's just, everybody's going all over. Y'all have study rooms on your side.
We do.
And so it's just free flowing.
Correct.
And I think it is much more of a learning resources center.
Oh, absolutely. I think so too.
Than before.
And I think we all work seamlessly together to help out, or we don't just stay on our imaginary side of the room, for lack of a better term. So.
But we're having fun doing it. It really is a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
And I wouldn't say even unexpectedly so. I knew it would be a lot of fun.
Oh, no doubt. How long have we been looking forward to this?
A long time,
Right.
2 years
Right.
at least. Now, we've made changes, and we're kind of all pretty much together now. Do you foresee any additional changes, any additional things that that you might like to see?
Long term, short term?
Long term. Let's go long term.
Only thing that my plan, or our plan, Kathy and Dana and my plan, was to initially, anything that the students need, I wanted to provide, house whatever would make students successful. So I don't know what that would look like long term, as far as, I know that we were updating, let's just say, our fiction section. We're starting there, because when we had to half the library, we had to half the books, so we still got, 25,000 books. However, with COVID, I came in right in the heart of COVID, so
you did.
There was no activity, no whatever. So now we're getting books, we're updating, and we're updating. Another thing is our Libby collection. That's a new thing, and I don't see that going away. That's really caught some traction lately. Like the usage is our ebooks. I get a lot of requests, and I'm thankful for that.
I will say, and I used to just say that, just blanket statement of young people don't read anymore. Young people don't read anymore, but that's not true.
They do.
I have seen so many come in, and so many, take advantage of and actually get a physical book out,
right, and
go through it and read it. It's been very. I love seeing this.
I do too, and like looking out our window, I love all the furniture, and so 9 times out of 10, they either they've got something in their hands, whether it be a book or a laptop or something. So
I loved the library, but the old furniture was from the 70s and needed to be updated.
It needed to stay in the 70s.
It needed to stay in the 70s.
I'm grateful.
And as you said, with your staff, that y'all are very student-oriented, student-centered, and we, of course, are in the Student Success Center as well. And I think that we have that in common, is we don't send students away. If
Absolutely
they come
not.
in with a question, I'm not going to send them all over campus, and just say, okay, that's not my job, or that's not whatever. And we both are of that mindset.
For sure.
Of,
for sure.
Hey, we're going to the best of our ability,
correct,
answer your question.
Right. Correct. Another thing that was positive, I think, this year is thinking about people going all over across campus. The first 3 weeks, James Runnels from IT came, and chose to stay in there for 8 to 12 every day,
right?
And just to help students with reset passwords, or or staff included, anything that they needed. I thought that was I enjoyed that. I was thankful for that, because that was also student driven, because of course they're all, they're all the way across campus, so that would have been
and it has done my heart good to see, because we are so much more centrally located.
Correct.
Than where y'all were always there, but Success Center, we are so much more centrally located that students will just come in and they're like, oh, I was just walking around and I thought I'd come here and do a little studying.
right. And
I've been waiting
and they're
for
all
years.
complimentary. They all love it.
All complimentary. They're all, and as I said, I think we're managing to mesh well together. you know, because first off, you come in there, you're going to laugh.
Correct.
Because we enjoy
Right.
laughing and humor, but we also, and I will say this about all of us, I think we're all really hard workers.
For sure. I think so.
And you've surprised me. She surprised me a couple of times because the student would have like an issue with a computer, and I'd be like, well, let me call IT, or because I don't know it, and she'd be like, oh, I'll look at it, I'll do it, and then I fixed it. Well, okay.
That's one of those things too, being an educator and being you know, I've worn a lot of hats or whatever, and that's another thing I've loved is seeing students again and interacting with them and building relationships, because, you know, if kids know that you love them and you're going to help them, they're going to come back. And whether it's a change my password or help me with research or whatever it may be. And if we're not about the students, then why are we here?
That's right.
If you do not invest in them and tell them and show them that you love them, you know, whatever we do is just a byproduct. Does that make sense?
It makes complete sense.
Right.
So what do you think of MCC as a whole? You've been here how long now?
Since December of 20.
Okay.
So, what's that? Almost what, 3, 4 years?
Almost 3 years.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so how has it been here?
It's been surreal at times. You know, honestly, when we were in Montgomery, you know, it was tough because I was idle a lot, and that, you know.
And we had no books in the library. There were no books.
And there were times I probably wanted to just scrub with a toothbrush, the baseboards with a toothbrush. But anyway, I've loved every day at MCC, in all fairness. I really have. The people have really, especially stepping into this role, I mean, I did write a few thank you notes to some people, but in every facet that I've had to interact with and learn all the new things, everybody's extended such grace. So, and for that, I'm grateful. So, in all my years' experience, I've never witnessed such grace across a whole, you know, in everything, you know, and kindness. You know, because I would go in, I'm claiming the new kid status here, I need to know how to do X, and they would just laugh, you know, whatever, but they would help me. So,
well, listen, thank you so much for being on the show today. I don't want to have you back.
Maybe. Maybe.
Hold your cards close to your chest.
Right.
Appreciate that. But thank you for being on.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
We'll be right back.
Thank you to the teachers for encouraging me when I wasn't sure where to start, for seeing my potential even when I didn't, for inspiring me to reach farther and try harder.
Thank you, MCC. You helped me change my future.
Find your wings at MCC.
We lost a member of our MCC family this past week, and I wanted to talk a little bit about her. Miss Kelly McKee. She was a true trooper. She was here for many years, and for most of that time, she was a very good friend of mine. I worked very diligently with her. I worked side by side with her, as she did with many other people. She will be dearly missed. We were the Three Musketeers. She was my partner in crime. She was my good friend. I will miss you, Kelly.